Hey guys, so I was asked, it's been requested to have a video yoga class that's a little bit more of a deep opening and stretch, kind of like a tension release. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So this would be a good one if you did do a workout ahead of time, if you're kind of warm. I've already done the combined high intensity interval training plus yoga class this morning on the Mind Body Vault page. You can find it there. Or else just do a few minutes of warming up and get the lower body moving before coming into this class. So I'm going to start us off out here. And you're just going to take a wide stance, toes turned out, and coming into a goddess squat, kind of pulsing up and down, getting some blood flowing through the lower body, and then we're going to shift it left and right, left and right. So we're going to go kind of deep and intense, especially in the hips and the lower legs, bouncing again. So it's really important to have that good warm up. And then from here, let's step it together. So you're in a chair pose, looking like this, coming down. Just some movement here, up and down, trying to stay nice and tall in the upper body. And then we're going to take it onto one leg. So you're going to peel that left leg up into the glute, and then just step it down. Peel the right leg up and step it down. This time, peel it up and stay, and see if you can't tap. So you're lowering, bending on the right leg, trying to hover that left shin closer to the floor. And then switch sides, bending, just doing 6 or 7 times, lowering and bending. So this is basically your warm-up. So if you didn't do an additional warm-up, this should be okay. And then we'll come into downward facing dog. Stretching out through the hamstrings, high up on the toes, several times. Pressing back and forth, coming forward into a plank pose, lowering chaturanga. Linger here in your upward facing dog, opening up. And then downward facing dog, exhale. So once again, inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, lifting. Good. And then child's pose here. All right, and staying in your child's pose, I'm going to take my shoes off. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave those. I'm always open to hearing from you guys. So 2 more breaths in your child's pose. Maybe wiggling hips side to side, starting to feel into whatever tension is there. And then we're going to come up onto all fours, cat-cow, inhaling, exhaling. 2 more times, opening and rounding. Inhale and exhale. We'll take a twist, right arm out. Inhale, thread it under and through. Inhale to lift, open, exhale to thread. Switch sides. Right hand plants, left arm reaches. Inhale. That's your exhale. Coming on down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming into a puppy dog pose. Opening through the chest. Hips stay over knees. Crawling out onto fingertips. You can shift side to side and maybe let the chin or the forehead rest to the floor. Opening up through the arms, outer shoulders. Rocking it on out. Gliding forward into a Sphinx pose. Roll open through the chest. Let the chin drop, release. Inhale, chin lift. Soften the glutes. Exhale, round. One more inhale. Stay here, crossing the arms, right arm over the left. Laying on down, forehead towards the floor. And then you can optional open the palms up. Flip them down 2 more times. Fine breath. Relax the head, opening up through those arms, guys. Relax the glutes. They're going to want to tense here. One more flip. Good. Gliding back onto elbows. Inhale. Right arm underneath, threading through opposite way. Exhale. Palm can stay down, up, or rotating in between. If you want to bend the knees here and circle through the ankles, relaxing in the head, gliding on up, cactus arms on the floor, and then rolling it on out, opening through the front of that left shoulder. Press your left hand into the mat, breathing, and then switch sides. Right elbow, 90-degree bend, rolling open to open through the front of that chest. Right ear on the mat, resting. Long exhales. Coming on back. Press it up and back. Child's pose. Oh, we've got Penny coming in to join us here. Hello, baby girl. Hello, we're going to take a child's pose yoga. Yes. Penny, can you do down dog? Penny, come here. Penny, down dog. Penny, down dog. Okay, not happening. We need to work on that. Coming back. Down dog. There, we got it. That's a good girl. Coming with that left knee out wide, wider than the hands. Inhale, let the chest reach forward. Exhale, straightening through that leg, half split. Roll the left toes out to the left. You can keep them there, or you can continue to rock toes so you can see that foot is going out until you find a nice juicy spot. We're going deep today, guys, starting in a pigeon. We'll come back here later, but just first of all, inhaling, reach the hands back. Exhale, folding. Walk the hands over to the right. One breath here. Good, we're just kind of feeling into what exists. Pull that knee to the chest, step it back, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, lizard lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding, half splits. Flex that foot, rolling the foot out. So again, you can kind of play with it, shifting weight out onto that hip, toes facing away from you, folding. Finding breath. And then pigeon stretch, bending at that knee, lifting. Inhale, reach, folding, and then laying the chest on top of that foot, reaching off to the opposite side. One breath here. Relax. Good. Both hands plant, tuck the back toe, hip drives, downward facing dog. Bending in the knee several times. Several times bending. You can launch it forward to plank and send it back. Moving that blood through as we go deeper and deeper. Last time to finish in plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Step that left foot forward. You can turn here for a nice wide stance. Folding. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale to fold. Rolling the weight onto your toe, so you really want to get, if you can see this line, my hips aren't falling back. I'm really trying to get my hips forward, and I'm thinking lift up at the top of the hamstrings, and then I grow from my lower spine, melting down, long through the crown of the head. Spine like little beads. You can shift it left and right. Good, staying where you are. Walk the feet in just a little bit. Coming into Malasana here, squat. Elbows into knees, lifting, inhale. And lion's breath, exhale. Let something go. Inhale. And exhale. Good, right arm forward, left arm opens. Option to bind, relax something. It's kind of an intense one. Can you soften into it? Switch sides. Left arm reaches, right arm open. Back it up and around. Good, and then planting the hands, elbows into knees, and you're rocking forward. So it's kind of that middle split stretch, leaning on to the elbows. You can kind of like circle. Good, slowly straighten the legs, toe, heel, feet to touch, legs together, halfway lift, inhale, stay there. Looks like this, halfway lift, fingertips to the mat or the shins, reaching long through your upper legs there, the hips. Good. And then from here, exhale, bending. We're going to go halfway lift. Inhale, like you're trying to arch your back and lift your sitting bones. Inhale. Good. Exhale, round and bend. One more time. Inhale, lifting. Lengthen, stick your booty out. Exhale, bending, rounding, and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let it go. Rock it out and then rock it side to side. Let the head drop heavy. Knees open up and let things kind of just shake. Soft. The option to stay hold of the knees or to take a happy baby pose. Rocking it out. Remind the hips, the lower sacrum, tailbone to stay long on the mat. Take an inhale and exhale. Let it go. So coming into butterfly here for several long breaths. So really letting the head rock side to side and get heavy. Jet's trying to join us for yoga if you can hear him barking. Long spine. Good. Left knee plants, right foot ankle crosses, figure four. And you can let it kind of go to the left a little. Getting that outer right glute stretch, deep glute stretch. Into a twist, legs cross, and look off to the right. Keeping that sense of relaxation with you. Switch sides, left ankle crosses, figure four. If you want to add movement, you're rolling it in circles or shifting it just about an inch or two to the right, isolating that nice outer left hip glute stretch. Let your face relax, your eyes relax, your jaw relax. Let it go. Eagle legs or just a twist. Coming around, gaze goes off to the left. Good, guys. Coming on back and rock and roll when you reach forward, reaching through your arms, and then when you reach back, really rolling, reaching, roll forward, and come back. Reaching, roll forward. This time we're going to come reaching into that nice wide stance again, and then step the right foot back, lizard lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, leg straightens, both hips go high. Inhale, roll forward through the chest open. Exhale, kind of like a wide pyramid. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Step the right foot wide. Inhale, chest leads, hip drop. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, reaching open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open and downward facing dog. Exhale, inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. Good, stay here. Exhale, fold, release, and shake it out. Let the hips wag side to side. Optional to bend the knees. Let everything go side to side. Option 2, reach back, grab hold, taking a little basket stretch here. Rolling weight forward onto the tummy, soften the face, open through the chest. Good. Slowly coming back, down into child's pose, forehead to the mat. Hips side to side. Guys, this is a pretty intense class, as I announced at the beginning. We're going deeper and deeper, kind of opening. We're kind of coming, undulating, opening and rounding. So we're kind of moving deeper and deeper each time. All right, from here, left leg forward, back into that low lunge now. Inhale. We're gonna bend that back knee, quad stretch. So you can use both hands or one hand on that front leg. You can use something to balance. Really getting deep into that back quad here. Open through the chest, inhale. And then exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. So you can take that hand to balance you, maybe both hands reaching, really planting weight on that front foot and pressing away from it. So the focus is on that back quad. Really opening up through that left side now. Nice, step it back, downward facing dog. All right, lizard lunge once again. Left foot out wide. Now in your lizard lunge, which means that your left foot is wide, you can let that left knee drop away from your shoulder. So if you're to see me from the front view, it starts off here. This foot in the front stays flexed, and I let it drop out. Okay? Let it drop on out. If you want more, you come down onto elbows. And you're still engaged in the left toes. I'm really actively flexing my left toes up. And there's a little bit, even as that left knee works out to the left, you're still hugging that knee in towards your shoulder. So it's active. Beautifully active. All right, shift it around. Sitting to get that inner left leg stretch. Should feel so good. Option to stack the palms and just come onto the floor. Inner left leg, inner left thigh stretch. Good, as we switch sides here, we're gonna just hop onto this right foot and then switch over 3 times. Reaching, opening. Feel free to make this your own. Open in the chest, round in the neck. Good, and then we're gonna come into lizard pose. Lizard lunge on this right leg. So we've got that right foot out wide. You can drop that back knee. If you want more, you bend it. Really coming out with that knee onto the forearms. So at first, finding what works best for you. You know, some people are actually going to get a deeper opening by keeping the right toes, keeping the inner part of that right foot on the floor and pressing into the foot. Some of you are going to want to let that right knee drop way out wide. So again, it's either letting that right knee open a little or hugging it into the shoulder. Just most importantly, keep that right foot active, either pressing into the mat actively or flexing actively. Straightening through that leg, sinking, sitting onto your own heel. Right inner thigh stretch, hands can stack or double fist, forehead down. Inner thigh stretch. Good, and then we're gonna hop up onto that foot, sinking into it, come low. Inhale, reach it up, round, exhale, press away. Coming, inhale, round, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, open, exhale, coming here. And then we're gonna take toes under knees together, give those inner thighs a break, stretching through the bottoms of the feet here. 3 long breaths, really releasing tension in the bottom of the feet, sides of the neck. Find calm. Soften the jaw to soften the hips. Let tension release. So much tension stored there in the bottom of the feet. Make sure your toes are tucked, especially all the way through the pinky toes. Every exhale, dissolving tension into the earth. Mind over matter, releasing, releasing. Tension releases out of the feet. Good, from here, adding the wrist, circling in the wrist. Come to prayer position and let the fingers face down, pinkies towards you, and then up, thumbs towards you. See if you can get full range of motion there. Pinkies down, elbows stay wide, rotating. If you need more, you're lifting in the elbows. Good, and then coming into a full wrist stretch here, still getting toes, still getting wrists. Good, and then release those little feet, flop them out. All the blood flows back, coming into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, down dog. Right hand plants. Press into that right hand, lifting left hand to outer right ankle. This is for your outer IT band. You're really lifting. Elongate through your right armpit. Press into that hand, and then drive a little bit more weight either to the left or the right or back and forth, and find where you get that best stretch. Really press into the hand. Let that outer right leg get a good stretch. Switch sides. Left hand plants, twisting, pressing, maybe looking under that left armpit or looking straight back at the feet. Maybe rock an inch to the outer corner of the left heel and back to the inner corner. Maybe it's just a centimeter, it's all it takes. And then lifting the top of the hamstring. Good. From here, coming back, bend the knees several times. Bending. If you're feeling handstandy, you take 3 hops to handstand. Shaking out that energy. Coming back forward, we're going to exhale, lower, opening once again, and this time grabbing hold, forehead back to the mat, getting that quad stretch. Switching sides, finding breath, really pressing the heel into the glute and the hip into the floor. Good. From here, roll it on up. Getting deeper and deeper. Butterfly stretch here. Lifting. Inhale, exhale, rolling forward. Let's rock it out side to side. Rock it out side to side. Coming straight. Inhale and fold. Sometimes the simplest ones are the best ones, right? Really get that flex happening. Reach beyond your feet. Pressing energy through the heels, lifting in the chest, pulling your own sitting bones back, and then just an inch of fold. You should feel this. Let me know where you guys feel it. I feel it. Calves, outer whole IT band here. Twisting, left hand out. And think about pressing everything kind of down. Good. Switching, twist. I think of sort of pressing, rolling my shoulders back, but keeping my hips square. Good. Bend the knees, shake out the legs. All right, wide straddle. Inhale. Exhale, shake it out. Shake it out in your straddle. Side stretch. Up and other side. Open through the ribs and side body. Up behind you. Exhale to round. One more time each way. Around. Let's do a circle. Forward, around, and back. Good. And then fold it on out. You can take a block or a pillow for your forehead. You can come onto your hands or stay here or stack just straight up. Middle splits. 3 breaths. And you can shift the torso side to side. Relax it. And if you're pushing yourself too far, back off because you're going to make it worse. You have to be able to breathe. Long exhales. Rolling forward, maybe flexing the feet up, and then letting them kind of rock forward. Turning up and forward. I'm thinking roll my hips under, stick my booty out. Roll them under, toes to the sky, rock it forward. Good. If you can, if you have room, you're going to glide forward into Sphinx pose. So rolling all the way through onto your belly, onto your elbows, lifting. Inhale and exhale. Pressing it back. Child's pose. Knees together, hands back by your side. Comfort, safety. We go from opening and feeling vulnerable, reminding our bodies we're safe. And this is really cueing into the nervous system. When we're moving, we're using our breath. We're not just causing pain and forcing. We're doing it in a way where we're kind of playing with it, playing with that edge, reminding your nervous system and your brain and your body you are safe. That is the most important thing, is giving that nervous system signal, hey, this is our new norm. This range of motion, we're safe here. We're strong here. We're protected here. And that's why we do yoga. We strengthen and we mobilize. We don't just stretch and crank, right? All right. Beautiful, guys. Pigeon pose. A little deeper this time. Lifting, inhale, bending into that back leg. You can pull it in, go for hook of the elbow. If that's not happening, don't do it. Are you safe? Are you gonna regret this tomorrow? If you're pushing too hard, you're signaling to your body and your brain, this is dangerous and it's actually gonna get more tense. So you need to find your edge and then back off 20%. You should always be able to breathe. Always be able to breathe, and it takes years. Coming on forward, really reach long. 3 breaths, sinking your chest and torso onto that foot. I like to stack my hands here. Let it go. Long exhales cue to the body that it's safe. Parasympathetic mode. You have to really feel it. If you don't feel safe, back off. If it's too much, back off. Switching up, let that back leg come around, stacking, double pigeon. Shins are stacked, ankles over knee. Inhale, lift. You can take opposite elbow or reverse grip here to open through the chest and fold. 3 breaths. What part of you is safe? What part of you loves this? What part of you loves this? That's the part of you that you're growing. Like a sprinter, you've got to love sprints. Learn to love the opening. That's why I'm bad at sprinting and good at yoga, because I love it. I love stretching. So you got to get into that mindset. That's just my kind of 2 cents. Little quick twist. Inhale, opposite arm lifts and twist. Good, guys. Opposite side pigeon coming into that now. Starting off with that back leg bent. Maybe it looks like hugging it in. Maybe you just grab that leg. Make sure that the foot is square. The hip is square, sorry. So when you lift the foot, we know that our hip is open. If when we bend the foot, it comes up at like this, right? If we wrap that hip down, this shin should be coming perpendicular to the mat. You can go for elbow, you can go for hand, whatever you want. You should be able to breathe. Find your edge, and that's where breath is. It's not some phony thing with the breath. If you can't breathe, your nervous system is not safe, and you will tense up and get less flexible as you do this, I promise. So, coming on down, relax. 3 breaths here. Pigeon pose. Count your exhales. Make them long. Slowly coming on up and around, double pigeon stretch, stacking ankles over knees, knees over ankles, lifting opposite arm. You can hold at that elbow or take a bind, lifting and fold. 3 breaths here. Slowly coming up for a twist. Inhale, opposite arm. Exhale, let it go. You can take a bind if you have that, or else you're just breathing open through the chest. Unwind, let it go. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to finish on our backs. Let me know what you guys want to see more of, and let me know how this felt for you and your body. So, coming on down to your back, finishing here. If there's anything else you want to do, now would be a great time. You have a strap to take some split stretches. You can move through dynamically. I can do a whole class here on our back, or else you're just going to hug everything into the chest and release Shavasana. And it's important you stay here. That's when the blood comes back. The recovery is when you actually rebuild those more mobile, more expanded, more durable muscle fibers. So staying here for at least 3 more minutes, turning on maybe your favorite song or sitting in the silence. Picturing your mat is made of clay and you're trying to melt into that clay, into the earth, as heavy as you can, feeling the structure of your body, skeleton, seep into the floor. Please do stay there in your Shavasana as long as you can. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great day.